Downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And they'll run it here. Trucks over him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Stafford here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Giants. 69 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lee. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Third and 2, Stafford. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Simmons. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That's Samuel, caught left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Lee out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back to throw, Lee. And that'll be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Lee. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Here's Lee on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Lee. He's going to air one out. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Here's Lee, operating from the gun. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ohio!
On 1st down, Lee to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Lee. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Lee from the gun. He'll throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And it'll be 4th down. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take them.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. Tag 50, tag 50.
Stafford on first down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going up top. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. What a spin. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Lee looking to throw on first down. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They come out here in the I. A handoff to Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Lee. Finding room at the 30. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Lee now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Lee. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And who's got it? The Giants! Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Lee now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing here, Lee. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they give us 3 points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
right, boys, here we go. Set. Red 80. Hey, go here.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Set. 250. Tag 53.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. To throw is Lee. Looking to throw on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Barkley. Oh, a nice spin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They come out here in the I. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Here we go. 190.
They'll go with the keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. He's back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
21. Hey, tackle.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. He's got him in. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 39 that time.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Now it's Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly